time. Our goal, we've done this during most of the season, is to get it up into the teens and kind of create some havoc and then breaking point and lights out. But we won't be able to do that against these kids. These were tough kids for the Hoosic. You know, they played their hearts out. They already used the big guy, penetrated when they could, and then they kept it, you know, anyone's game for a little while. I felt we had enough at the end to wear them down, but they certainly kind of changed the channel on me early in the third quarter. There's no doubt about that, because we were ready to do the other thing with pressure and up tempo. It just didn't work as much as we wanted early.
Talk about Noah, you know, his composure as a freshman, like big shot after big shot.
Yeah, and we need the ball in his hands. You know, he's a playmaking distributor, but he was our leading scorer. And he's got some free reign with me when it comes to shooting the ball. He's worked a lot in the offseason on his perimeter game. As a middle school kid, he was able to drive by people and penetrate. I talked to him about things like scouting and 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds, and he's learned because he's got a great basketball IQ. I think he had 20 points, tremendous performance, hustling defensively, and you know, made big shot after big shot when we really needed it. You're talking a 4 or 5 point game. He's got a lot of guts. He's calm and cool, as collected as they come, and we've talked many times about what grade he's in. I can't thank him enough for his efforts and being our QB out there, but also being, you know, really the trigger a little on both ends of the floor.
They cut it to 2 there at the end of the third, and you know, it hits the 2 threes, and Ryan hit a 3. How big was that stretch of 3 straight 3-pointers?
We talked in the first half a little about not settling behind the arc. You know, I think they came in and felt we weren't too much a 3-point shooting team. We do have 3-point shooters, but it's still a tough shot in a place like this, 22, 23 feet. But I told them when you need it later in the second half, everything else, don't be afraid to use it. Noah's 2 threes. Certainly I think Ryan Beatty's somewhat of a dagger down in the deep corner. So it's still what we do. I just still like to work from the inside out a little. You got a 6'5" kid like Matt Vallis, and certainly those are big threes. So maybe 3 biggest of the year.